I want to talk about something almost nobody ever talks about: why relationships keep repeating themselves no matter who you're with. Because here's the thing I want you to sit with. What you're attracting is a direct reflection of who you are. And most people hear that sentence and immediately try to argue with it. They start listing the exemptions. They start explaining why their situation is different. And I get it. Because when you first hear it, it can feel like an accusation. Like I'm saying, this is your fault. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying something much bigger than fault. I'm saying you are creating your reality every day, all the time, whether you're aware of it or not. And nothing that shows up in your life is random. What shows up is showing you exactly what your beliefs are, what you're actually vibing, not what you're saying you want, not what you're hoping for, not what you're trying so hard to manifest with a vision board and some affirmations you don't actually believe yet. So let's talk about relationships, because relationships are one of the fastest, clearest, most personal mirrors you will ever have in this life. Think about your own pattern for a second. Different person, different face, different name, different job, different city sometimes. But somehow, same relationship, same dynamic, same ending. You get chosen and then slowly unchosen. Or you're the one who keeps ending up with someone unavailable. Or every relationship starts electric and ends in the same exhausting cycle of proving you're enough. The details change, the shape doesn't. And if you've lived this, you already know it's not a coincidence. You've probably already asked the question underneath of all of this. Why do I keep doing this? Or why do I keep ending up here? And here's the answer. And it's not going to be what you've been told. It's not bad luck. It's not that all the good ones are taken. It's not that you have bad taste or that you keep falling for the wrong type. Those are just stories layered on top of the real thing. And they keep you looking outward instead of looking at the actual source. The real answer is this: a relationship cannot hand you something you are not a vibrational match for. It's not possible. Not because the universe is punishing you, not because you haven't found the right person yet, but because the relationship is not separate from you. It is you reflected back. It was never a separate thing that happened to you. It's an extension of what you already carry. So if the same dynamic keeps repeating, if you keep getting the same ending with a different name attached to it, that repetition is not random. That's your beliefs showing up with total accuracy every single time. And this is where the idea of a program comes in, because this is what we've been building in the mirror. A program is a belief you picked up somewhere along the way, usually so early, so quietly that you never actually chose it. You just absorbed it from a parent, from an experience, from a moment that taught you something about your worth or your safety before you were even old enough to question it. And that program doesn't stay in the background. It runs constantly. It shapes what you expect, what you tolerate, what you think you deserve, what feels normal, even when it hurts. And a relationship will always confirm the program that's running, not because it's trying to hurt you, because that's literally all it can do. It can only reflect what's already there. So if there's a program running that says love has to be earned, you will keep ending up in relationships where you're performing, proving, overgiving, or trying to be enough. Not because you keep meeting the wrong people, because that program is broadcasting and the relationship is answering it. If there's a program that says you'll eventually be left, you will keep finding yourself in relationships that end. Sometimes you'll even be the one who ends them first, just so you get to control when the leaving happens. If there's a program that says you're too much or not enough or hard to love, the relationship will hand you exactly that story again, every time with a different face attached to it, which is what makes it so easy to blame the person instead of seeing the pattern. This is the part people don't want to hear because it feels like more work than just finding a better partner. But here's the actual freedom in it. If the relationship is a mirror, then it is not the thing you need to fix. It's not something to manage or analyze or try to choose more carefully next time. The relationship was never the problem to solve. It's information. That's all it's ever been. It's showing you accurately, immediately, and without any filter exactly what's running underneath. And that is actually the most useful thing a relationship can ever do for you. If you're willing to look at it that way instead of just living inside the pain of it on repeat. So stop trying to attract a better result. I know that sounds backwards, especially in a world that's obsessed with manifesting the right person, the soulmate, the twin flame, whatever language you want to use, but trying to attract a different outcome while the same program is still running underneath it, it's like repainting a room with the same broken foundation. It might look different for a minute, but it will not hold. The actual work is finding the program, not managing the relationship, not trying harder, not being more patient, not shrinking yourself to be easier to love, not becoming so independent that you convince yourself you don't need it anyway. None of that touches the root. The root is the belief. The root is what you actually believe you deserve underneath what you say out loud. And once you find that program, once you actually see it clearly instead of living inside it, it starts to lose its grip. Not instantly, not because you read one affirmation and decided to believe something new, but because now you're not just repeating the pattern unconsciously, you're looking at it, and you cannot unsee something once you've actually seen it. This is what the mirror is about. Every relationship, every pattern, every repeated ending, none of it is happening to you. It's happening for you in the sense that it's the clearest, most honest information you will ever get about what you actually believe about yourself. Not what you think you believe, what you're actually vibing at the level that creates your reality. So the next time you notice the pattern again, same relationship, different person, don't ask, why does this keep happening to me? Ask a different question, please. Ask, what is this showing me about what I believe I'm allowed to have? Because you are creating your reality. What shows up isn't random, and it was never about the other person. It was always the mirror, and it was always just showing you. If you just recognize your own pattern somewhere in this, I want to know. Drop a comment and tell me what came up for you. Not the story, not the person's name, just the pattern. Because naming it out loud is the first step of actually being able to see it instead of just living inside it on repeat. And if you're ready to go further than just recognizing it, if you actually want to find the program that's been running this whole time, that's exactly what we're working through together in the mirror. I built the full workbook for this specific piece, and it walks you through actually locating the belief underneath the pattern, not just talking about it in the theory. It's on Patreon. The link is below. Come find me there. This is where the real work happens.